Yo everybody, what's poppin'? It's your boy Master Stuff from Level 42 Gaming here, and today we are going to be talking about Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive is Arc System Works' most recent iteration of the Guilty Gear franchise, and it is looking as beautiful as ever. Some influencers have already been playing some matches on the open beta, and the game is looking amazing. With the beta opening to the public tomorrow, it raises the age-old question, especially for new players looking to get into the game, who should I play? Well, that's where today's video comes in. Today we're going to be talking about the easiest characters to pick up and start playing in the Guilty Gear Strive beta. When I say easy, that doesn't mean these characters don't have any depth or sauce for themselves. It just means that they have some of the most simple and straightforward game plans that allow you to pick them up quickly and start playing matches as soon as possible. Because you want to get in as many matches before the beta ends, right? So let's stop wasting time, let's just jump straight into the video. So let's start this list off with a quick honorable mention. Potemkin. Potemkin wasn't originally a character I was going to mention on this video at all, but after speaking to a few friends of mine, they convinced me he deserves a spot here. Potemkin, unlike other characters in this game, lacks dashing and double jumps, but he makes up for it with damage, and more damage. Potemkin sports armored attacks, a full screen knockdown move, great buttons, anti-projectile moves, and of course his trademark Potemkin Buster, which deals a grip of damage to anyone unfortunate to get grabbed by it. While it may be more difficult to fight certain opponents with Pot, his game plan of get in and stay in is pretty straightforward, despite not having the easiest time accomplishing it sometimes. But when you do get the ball rolling, the match can be over in a flash. Plus, with pros like Justin Wong playing him, there's gotta be something there, right? That's why Pot gets his honorable mention spot. Now with that honorable mention out of the way, let's move on to the first real contender in this list. Number 4, Leo Whitefang. A returning newcomer from the Exert series, Leo Whitefang makes his return as a prominent Unga Bunga type character. Leo's entire playstyle is get in, stay in, and make your opponent uncomfortable. With the pride of a lion and the main to match, Leo's entire game plan is quite simple to pick up. Leo has a strong projectile that can be used in neutral or as a tool to cover his approach. He has a dash style attack that can be used to get in and a cross-up version to keep the opponent on their toes. Once Leo is in, he can make use of his stance, which allows for pressure, and more pressure. Although Leo can't block in his stance, he has many ways to deter the opponent from mashing, especially his con shield parry. From an invincible reversal, full screen projectile super, short and sweet combos, oh, did I mention the projectile reflect move as well? Leo has just about everything you'd want from a character. Why isn't he higher on this list, you say? Well, he is a charge character, and call me biased, but I hate charge characters. And if you're not used to charging specials, that could be a deal breaker. Even so, Leo is definitely easy enough for someone looking for an easy to get into main, but the complexities lie from his ability to read his opponent and make ample use of his back turn stance. If you want the power of the king of the jungle, Leo's your main man. Number 3, Giovanna. Brand new to the Guilty Gear franchise, Giovanna is a Brazilian woman with a big green dog, a love for kicking your face in and high damage. Unfortunately, the dog doesn't do much while she's fighting. She can pet it though. While you would normally see a character like Gio and think, wow, that dog must be integral to her playstyle and make her quite complex, this isn't the case at all. She's a close-range powerhouse that was designed for anyone looking to pick up and start playing the game. She's very fast, with great specials for closing in on the opponent. Most of her normals are close-range kick attacks, meaning you have to be close to be super effective with her. But almost everything she has is straightforward. She has a forward lunging attack that can be projectiles and a safe on block, a flipping attack that can cross up at close range and is plus on block, a long-range special that counts as a poke and is safe from range, and an anti-air kick that gives her a combo. That's it. 4 specials. I'm pretty sure that's the smallest move list in the game. Giovanna's simplicity and straightforwardness speak for herself. While I do feel that she is easy to pick up, most of the challenge from playing her is going to be being able to navigate and neutral with her. Easy to learn, but difficult to master. But because of this, I believe she is one of the best picks for anyone starting out. Plus, kicking your opponent to death is so satisfying. Okay. Sorry to interrupt, but before we get to the last 2 on my list, I just wanted to say this. The remaining 2 characters are pretty obvious, and honestly, I feel that the number 1 spot could go either way. Both characters have strong, solid movesets that are designed to help newcomers learn the game. Today, I might say this, tomorrow, I may say that. Who knows, really? But nothing will change when I say I believe these are 2 of the easiest characters to learn Guilty Gear as a whole with, and you have no idea who you want to play, I highly recommend one of these next two characters. With that being said, I have to pick someone to be number one, so let's start with number 2, Soul Bad Guy. Bet you weren't expecting him here. Well, neither was I. Poster boy and protagonist Soul Bad Guy is taking up this spot. I was originally gonna put Kai here, but I have a few good reasons for why not. Trust me, I'll explain soon. Soul is Mr. Guilty Gear, and what a lot of people think of when they think of the series, and he hasn't really changed much over the years, which probably has you thinking, but Steph, if he hasn't changed much, why wouldn't he just be number 1? And to that I say, have you played Guilty Gear your whole life? If you're used to Soul and what he does, then yeah, he's easy as pie. But if you're just picking up Soul, he has a lot he can do. All of it relatively easy and straightforward, but it's still a lot. He has multiple rushing moves to close the distance, a projectile that moves slowly across the ground and a feint for it, invisible uppercut, command grab, a special that avoids mids, strong supers, you get the point. None of it revolutionary or groundbreaking, but it is a lot. Soul is made for beginners and newcomers alike and is not meant to be difficult, but the sheer number of options he has for any given situation could prove to be a bit overwhelming. In the heat of the moment, when you have too many choices, you sometimes choose nothing. That being said, Soul is extremely straightforward. He wants to get in your face, stay there, and hit you with big damage. He takes some risk though, and does require you to get familiar with system mechanics fairly quickly, specifically the Roman cancel system. That being said, Soul is a great pick, and if you want to rock out and strive, this guy ain't a bad pick. Number 1, Kai Kisuke. Alright, raise your hand if you saw this coming. Okay, so honestly, I was 100% sure I was gonna put Soul in the number 1 spot on this list. But as I did more and more research and thought about it, Kai only made sense going here. Longtime GG veteran and rival to our protagonist, Kai Kisuke is an amazing all-around character that has little to no faults on paper. Great projectile that can be used for neutral or pressure, and he can use it in the air, a sliding low that avoids high attacks and knocks down, a leaping attack that avoids low and is a combo tool, an invincible uppercut, great normals, terrific supers, and his brand new stun state not only adds an extra layer of depth to the character, but allows for a new type of playstyle as well. This guy has it all. While this list isn't supposed to be a tier list or a judgment of character strength at all, it would be disingenuous to say Kai isn't a strong pick. He has many of the same tools as Soul, just all laid out and a lot more straightforward, yet just as if not more effective in some cases. Unlike Soul, you don't need to use the Roman cancel system as much starting out, but he is only enhanced once you get accustomed to it. Your proficiency at using these mechanics grow the better you become at Kai and vice versa, but you don't need them initially in my opinion for Kai to be a strong pick. That's not to say that you can't learn any character on this list and grow accustomed to mechanics and the character, but Kai Kisuke gives you the easiest time doing so in my opinion, while also potentially reaping the most reward from it, more so than any other character on this list. On top of that, Kai requires innately less risk to play than most characters on this list as well. He can rush you down or choose to sit back and play a patient game. It's honestly a little difficult for me to think of any reason why I wouldn't recommend Kai to a newcomer to the Guilty Gear series. Whether you're a fighting game veteran, looking to try Guilty Gear for the first time, or overall a newbie to fighting games and decided Guilty Gear looks dope, Kai has to be my number 1 pick for easiest character to pick up in Guilty Gear Strive. At least in the beta. So what do you think? Do you agree with my picks? Do you disagree with my picks? Think somebody else should have made the list? Let's discuss it. Let me know in the comments down below if you think anybody else should have been on this list that wasn't. Also, if you want some more Guilty Gear Strive content, feel free to follow me. I will be making more content. If you want to see anything specifically, let me know in the comment below as well, and I'll be sure to look into it, and maybe you'll get a video in the near future. Also, on top of that, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this video around. It really helps us out a lot, and I appreciate everybody that's here to support my channel. So thank you very much. Once again, I would also like to remind everyone that just because a character is easy, doesn't mean that they don't have things that are difficult or have no depth. This was just to help people get started at picking up a character in the game. Guilty Gear isn't easy to just pick up, and if you're new, you're probably going to have a hard time getting started no matter who you pick. But at the end of the day, just play who you like. That's my philosophy. And one last thing before we go, if you want to watch me play any of these characters, or ask me questions live, or just hang out while I laugh, I will be streaming the Guilty Gear beta starting tonight, every day until the beta closes on Sunday. I'll be starting at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time at twitch.tv/masterstuff. Every single night from tonight up until Sunday when the beta closes, I'll be live, streaming matches, labbing, figuring things out with different characters. So if you want to come through, support me there, or just hang out and watch me or ask some questions, feel free to do that there, because we'll be live. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Thank you everybody that stuck around on this channel all this time, and has been supporting 482 since the beginning. We will be making more content, especially with Get to Good Strive. We are here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace from the East. Take it easy, guys. Later. Ooh. Recording audio for videos is rough, bro. That script was killing me. Oh my god.